I think Miami's in hell.
Mm,
I think we got to open the gates of hell for
open the
Miami. Now,
gates.
here's the thing: a two-loss Miami team. There's still a path for them moving forward, but there's two things that makes me think Miami's in hell right now. Number one, the fact that a lot of the stuff that we praised them for at the beginning of the season now seems to be the kinds of stuff that's biting them in the ass. When we got off to the start of this season, it was the fact that Carson Beck was playing so consistently. He was able to be that quarterback, that point guard for them, get the ball all over the field and make big throws at big times. Well, now you're seeing, even though he had a great second half in this game today, he makes a crucial mistake at the end of the game to lose the game for them.
This is Ringer Tailgate presented by FanDuel, and college football Saturdays are heating up. Whether you're in it for the early kick or the late night action, FanDuel lets you bet your way with same game parlays, live betting, game props, and more. And Missouri, get excited because FanDuel's coming your way December 1st. Download the app and head to fanduel.com/tailgate and make every Saturday count. Must be 21 or older and present in select states, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut.
They essentially, after you turn the ball over on the first drive of overtime, your chances of winning that game plummet, right? And then the offensive line. As much praise has been heaped on the offensive line, they are a really penalized, sort of reeling unit right now down there in Miami. And those were two things that they could really hang their hat on. The defense still plays pretty good, but gives up plays when you really need to have a stop. They seem to kind of bend a little bit. I wonder, I wonder about the Hurricanes if there isn't another loss in there somewhere.
And we've seen, here's the first fact for you. Mario Cristobal, 4-9 in the month of November while at Miami. He's 12-10 against unranked ACC opponents at Miami. So Mario Cristobal obviously has struggled once it's gotten late in the season. That was sort of the knock. Last year, they lost 2 of their last 3. They ended up being the second team out of the playoffs. So that was obviously a big talking point coming into this season. Could they get over the hump? Could they be one of those teams? And Joel, right now, it looks like they're on the outside looking in, especially with the ACC championship game. They're not going to be in that game now, looking at the rankings and the standings.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, I just want people to hold me accountable for being right about Miami.
Was that your reaction?
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Yeah, 3 days ago, y'all mocked me for my opinion that Mario Cristobal might face a very angry fan base if he lost any more games this season. And I didn't say that we're gonna get fired, but I did say, man, if he loses any one of these last games, people are going to start talking about getting his ass out of there. And they heard it. And Van, it was Van.
What the hell is going on here? That's like that. But no, bro, that not even the furthest right MAGA spin doctor could just cook up the sludge that you just gave to us. You said, I was right. I was right about the fact that if Mario Cristobal lost another game, that the fans would be mad. Yes, I was right. Van Lathan, I was right about the fact that
y'all clown
Mickey Mouse lives with Minnie Mouse and he's gonna like,
I don't think they
like, what are you right about? There's nothing. Yeah, if they lose again, they're gonna be mad.
I don't think Mickey and Minnie live together. Is that right? Is that
you
true?
are Negro
Dollars now?
I went because over my props because y'all set up here and we're like, oh man, they're not gonna fire no Mario. That's not gonna happen to Miami. Miami is back. The U is back and all this other shit.
This is all lies.
Run back to Tate.
By the way, I did not think that they were going to lose to SMU, but yeah, if they lost, people were going to be mad.
Because I said, again, a team coached by Mario Cristobal, there was this assumption that Miami had pretty much a free run to the playoffs, that they had gotten past their hardest game and that they were going to go ahead and get in there. And I was like, I don't know about that. Like, I didn't see from them that they were going to be that kind of a team. And so here we are today. And Van, you're the one that threw this Twitter Spaces, and I want to shout them out. AJ.
Oh, man.
They did a great job.
The man of your dreams. Van threw this Twitter Spaces to our group text. I listened to that shit for 2.5 hours, dog.
I listened to, there was a Twitter Space, and it's like the Jam DJs or something like that. What is like the Jam Posse or something. It was on Uncle Luke's page. And I went there and I listened to it. And it was about the most entertaining post-game show I have ever. There was a guy on there named Big Boss. Whoever Big Boss is,
Shout out to Big Boss.
Big Boss.
He was pissed, and they argued so many different things. They argued what was wrong with the team. They kept saying TVD. I'm like, what the hell is going? And they're talking about Tyler Van Dyke.
Shout out.
And I hadn't thought about him in so long.
Yeah, man.
But to Joel's point, there were people inside of that space that wanted Mario Cristobal to be fired, and then there were some people at the end. Cooler heads came in and said that, listen, this is not a problem that is individual or unique to Mario Cristobal. Manny Diaz had this problem. Coaches before Manny Diaz had this problem with not quite being it. Mark Rick had this problem with, for some reason, not being able to finish seasons strong and impose their will on teams like Miami teams of old. And they were asking if there was some systemic contagion inside of the program that was keeping these coaches from being able to fully bring the U back.
The funny thing about that is all those guys got fired. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, it feels, again, and I would say, wouldn't y'all
circling back?
Would you all not argue that the vast majority of the people in that spaces wanted that man fired or gone?
They were pissed off.
They were pissed, especially about the in-game coaching. I mean, the best part of the spaces was, at least for me, someone brought up the referees, right? How they had been getting hosed on these referees calls. There was like a pass interference. They picked the flag up. And that's why I knew that they were a good fan base, because like someone brought up the refs and everyone was like, man, shut your ass up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they were literally talking to him like that. Also,
what they say? Hold on for a second.
Shut your ass up, man. Come on. That was good.
The essence.
That man, we talked about that, man. What are you doing, dog?
It was a shut your ass up moment. It was great.
No, that's not how you said it a second ago, Essence. That's not how you said it.
Don't do that. Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
telling you. It got me fired up, because like whenever you blame the refs, I'm done with you. I'm done with the refs.
We gotta address the elephant in the room. Fuck that shit. We gotta address it. We were joking with Tate about the Tar Heel thing, guys.
Why are you bringing this up, man?
We were playing.
Man.
And people in Tate's life are mad at us. The North Carolina fans are mad at us. We were joking about him being mad.
I can say whatever on the show now. My mom's never coming back. She's
Mrs. Tate Frazier.
I mean, see,
your mom
Mrs. Frazier.
Mrs. Frazier, we was just playing.
Wait,
like
is Billy Kane Frazier? That's your mom?
Yeah.
Oh man, she followed me on Instagram, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, man. Mrs.
She
Frazier.
might have unfollowed.
Miss Frazier, we was just playing.
We were just joking.
We was just playing.
Don't be
by the way, it's not us that said it. It was
William Thorpe.
She unfollowed him too.
Yeah, William Thorpe is the one that said it was the essence of white supremacy and like rooting for the Confederate soldiers. I was just quoting what William Thorpe told the Fayetteville.
Hey, we're rooting for Dean Smith.
Right. Charlie Scott, man. Y'all have a great. University of North Carolina has a very good tradition. They're integrated well before a lot of other schools in the South. This is true.
Okay, so who is the class at the ACC? Is it Virginia?
Man.
Georgia Tech,
right?
Georgia Tech.
Louisville's in the conversation.
Louisville's in the conversation. And do we feel like Louisville and Georgia Tech have been tested on the field like Miami has been?
No, not at all.
Right. So that's why I'm asking. I mean, the team that's in the driver's seat right now is certainly Georgia Tech. I mean, they're undefeated. But if we're saying the class of the conference, have those teams been tested like Miami? I mean, Miami's losses aren't actually to what a lot of people would think are the best teams on their schedule. They're not. But at the same time, they do have wins like the win over Notre Dame. They do have wins. Some of the other wins now, you look at them and they maybe don't mean as much. A loss to Florida means a lot. A loss to SMU means a lot. But it seems like that ACC picture, as far as the power structure in that conference, there's a lot of questions. Every team has a lot of questions.
The thing is, though, I don't think there's any way that they can make up for it. Because first of all, they don't control their own destiny in the conference right now. So they're behind Georgia Tech, Virginia, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh only has one loss.
Pittsburgh is playing fantastic football.
They're playing great. Right, they're playing great, and they got to play Pittsburgh at the end of the year. That is not a win for them necessarily, okay? And then they're behind SMU. Obviously, SMU's got one loss in Duke, and they're tied with Virginia Tech and Wake Forest. So if Miami can't make the ACC championship game, they're definitely not going to the playoffs. They don't have enough wins. I think at this point, I I mean, I know Billy, our boy Billy, man, he's talking about Miami, man. I don't know if that hurt him or not, but he's an FIU kid, so he don't give a shit about them boys. But
Billy hit us with the 8% chance to make the playoff.
Chance.
That's what ESPN is saying. Yeah,
the 8% chance, man. So I don't know, bro. I mean, and that's why I'm saying Mario Cristobal next year. I don't know what that buyout goes down to. Right now, it's at $61 million. Okay. I don't think Miami's laced like that. They're not about to pay what the other teams are going to play.
If Miami is out of the playoff right now, is Notre Dame out of the playoff?
I mean, by transitive property, you would say yes, but they're definitely not.
Even by transitive property, right? Because Notre Dame, if Notre Dame would have went out right now, I mean,
they struggled against Boston College today. It was not a pretty game.
Man,
but if they were to win out and Miami were to win out, right? If both teams were to win out, you have a 2-loss Notre Dame team, you have a 2-loss Miami team, you have a head-to-head matchup where Notre Dame lost to Miami, right? Mm-hmm. How could you possibly put them into the playoff and not have Miami into it? This matchup right here, this result, Miami dropping a couple of games, that must be disastrous for Notre Dame fans. But I want to hear what you have to say, Joel. Like, what do you mean?
No, I mean, I think because it was the first week of the season, so they're going to look back. Oh, okay, first week of the season, we thought Clemson and LSU were good. First week of the season, we thought Florida State was going to be good. I think by this point, you kind of got to throw week one out as a factor.
What?
Yeah, you got to throw it out. Also, they lost by 3. Notre Dame lost by 3 first week of the season. They had a brand new quarterback. He had not started before. I mean, it was like, that's a respectable loss under the circumstances. These are totally different teams now, and their resumes are totally different.
And they may use the Florida State game as a way to kind of point to that week one's a little bit different, right? Because Florida State waxes Alabama, and they haven't won an ACC game yet.
Yeah.
There's only one problem with what you guys are saying, is that, sure, Notre Dame's loss isn't as bad as what it would have seemed like at the beginning of the season, but they also don't have any real big wins to supplement that loss with, right? So it would be different if Notre Dame in a couple of weeks played Ohio State and then they beat Ohio State, or if Notre Dame in a couple of weeks played Ole Miss or Georgia or whomever and they beat one of these teams. Notre Dame doesn't have a great win right now. And if you look at the rest of the schedule, they have some good wins. Don't get me wrong. If you look at the rest of the schedule, USC, right, it's a good win, right? Don't get me wrong. If you look at the rest of the schedule, there's not a great win for them to be had. However, Miami, despite the fact that they've had some losses that are bad, Notre Dame has 2 good losses. Miami has 2 bad losses, but Miami also has a good win over Notre Dame.
Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.